In this video, we're going to take a look at cheap $20 drills and see if they are tools or toys. This is the Harbor Freight Warrior 12-volt drill. It's got a single-speed gearbox, brush motor, is rated for 550 RPM. It comes with a 1.3 amp hour battery pack. This is the Hypertough from Walmart, also a single-speed gearbox, but this one has a magnet on top. A brush motor, and has a 1.5 amp hour battery pack, 12 volts, traded for 700 RPM. And we're going to compare these to an actual tool. This is the Milwaukee M12 right angle drill, and as a kit it sells for somewhere between like 120 to 140 bucks as far as I can remember. Of course, the form factor also has something to do with the price tag, but I think the name has a lot to do with the price tag as well. So this one comes with a 1.5 amp hour battery pack. It's also 12 volts, single speed gearbox, brush motor. This one is an electronic clutch. These have a mechanical clutch. And the Milwaukee is rated for 800 RPM. So right off the bat, if your DIY project involves using spade bits, then these drills are not going to cut it. I can tell you that right now. But luckily, I think for most people watching this video, your drill bits probably look something more like this. You know, regular drill bits. This kit goes all the way up to 1/2 inch. So we're going to see if these drills can drive a 1/2 inch drill bit through a 2x4. Another thing, I want to point out that this Milwaukee has a ratcheting chuck, so you can just tighten it and it tightens the drill bit. Whereas both of these drills have non-ratcheting chucks, so if you put a drill bit to tighten it, you need to like hold both ends of the chuck in order to get it tight. So that's a minor inconvenience, but I think that comes with the territory of using a $20 drill. So with the 1/2 inch drill bit, Milwaukee is the fastest, followed by the Hypertough, and the Warrior is in last place. And although the Warrior is the slowest, I don't feel like it has any more torque to gain from being the slowest. Like the Milwaukee feels like it has the most power, and these two feel like have about similar amount of torque, twisting power. So when this drill starts to get bogged down, you can tell that this one also starts to get bogged down. So let's see how they do with a easier task like a 5/16 inch drill bit. So in this case again, Milwaukee is the fastest, followed by the Hypertough, and Warrior is in last place. For the third test, let's see how they do driving a 3-inch deck screw. So once again, Milwaukee's is in first place, Hypertough second place, Warrior last place. But all three of these drills can drive a deck screw without problems. And for the last test, let's see how they drive a small, tiny screw with the clutch on the lowest setting. So the Hypertough will be in the lowest setting for its mechanical clutch. The Warrior is also on the lowest setting, and the Milwaukee's electronic clutch will be on the lowest setting also. And on this test, we see that the Milwaukee drilled the screw the deepest, which is basically last place, followed by the Warrior. It's a little bit not as deep, so it's not as torquey on its lowest clutch setting. And the Hyper Tough is in first place. It's got the least torque on its lowest clutch setting for delicate screws. So let's answer the question. Are they tools or toys? Well, I'm going to go with tools, because most of the time I find that I'm drilling holes that are 5/16 of an inch or 3/8 for like a wall anchor. And even more often, I'm just pre-drilling holes for screws that are like 1/8 of an inch or smaller. And these drills just handle those types of jobs without a sweat. So if your project is somewhere along the similar lines, then you can't really go wrong with a cheap drill if you're in a tight budget. Now, in terms of which one would I prefer, I'm definitely going to go with the Hyper Tough from Walmart, because I prefer the form factor better, that the battery's inside the handle. There's nothing sticking out here. It also performed better than the Warrior. It's also a little bit shorter, so it can get into tighter spots. And most importantly, it's got a more developed ecosystem. So you can have all these other tools on the same 12-volt battery from Hyper Tough, whereas the Warrior only has like 2 or 3 other tools. If you're looking for a cheap drill, this is the one that I would recommend. So anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and peace out.